The other day, I found myself transfixed by an old Cinderella movie poster I saw hanging in my childhood bedroom. This beloved story teaches little girls that if we wait long enough, if we are good and we do our chores, that maybe, just maybe, a fairy godmother will swoop in and make all of our dreams come true. With the swish of a wand and the help of a few singing mice, our tattered clothes transform into a magnificent white ball gown, and in no time, we're engaged to the ultimate prize, none other than Prince Charming. No effort, no searching, just some waiting around and then poof. We fulfilled our destiny without lifting a finger and get to spend the rest of our lives as the misses in a kingdom far, far away. Okay, so I can see how this is tempting. Dream guy handed over on a silver platter, check. Enemies bowing at your feet, check. And you get a princess tiara to boot, check, check. I'm not going to argue that a fairy godmother would not come in handy every once in a while. It sounds nice, but of course, the reality is that few things in life come so easily. And even more importantly, have you noticed what's missing from this story? You! Reading fairy tales and learning how to dream big and expect magic in your life is an awesome and important part of growing up. And when you're living a dream that isn't yours, it can turn into a nightmare. Maybe Cinderella would have preferred to move from the fireplace to a sweet apartment downtown. Maybe her life's ambition didn't involve marrying a stranger. Maybe her Prince Charming isn't a prince at all. Anything is possible for your life. That part is true. And whether we realize it or not, all those fairy tales we were raised on have made us a little lazy. Stop accepting the dreams of your parents, friends, and teachers as your own, and start thinking about what it is you really want out of life. You may discover that you've had the same dream since you were a little kid. You do want to save the whales, but you may surprise yourself by discovering that a passion has been brewing inside of you that you simply hadn't made the time to notice. To live is to choose, but to choose well, you must know who you are and what you stand for, where you want to go, and why you want to get there. Kofi Annan. All I'm saying is maybe if you were asked, you didn't need saving after all. And even if you did, maybe you wanted to save yourself. This is your life, your dreams, your love story, and your greatest adventure. So what do you really want? Most of us don't ever get asked the question, much less take the time to ask ourselves. That's the real problem with so many fairy tales. You don't know what your Prince Charming is coming to save you from because you haven't taken the time to figure out what you want in the first place. When you don't know what you want, all the options look good. Whether it's college, a significant other, a career, or what you're going to order for dinner. Before you look at all the mind-numbing options, you have to ask yourself, what do you really want? So the next step to discovering your passion is to think about what qualities and actions are important to you. What defines you and what will you and won't you tolerate in the people in your life? Use the I Am That Girl manifesto for inspiration or come up with something completely different. It's up to you. Of course, nothing is set in stone, and you may find that after a few months of thinking about it, you need to adjust your manifesto. And naturally, over the years, your priorities and needs will surely change. That's great. What I'm suggesting is that you begin a practice of checking in with yourself, understanding what you value, and creating a personal compass that you can use to sail the rough waters ahead.